Hey folks, thanks for joining us today on another episode of Top 5 Cigar. It has been a while, but we're back. We're back with another cigar. We're back actually based on popular demand. When we've done a little bit of survey on Instagram, we asked you folks, what would you like for the next review? We gave you 3 options. You could see them right here. And not surprisingly, I was kind of expecting a little bit. Quai D'orsay 54 is a bit intriguing for a lot of people, as it's a little bit hard to find. Somehow it comes and goes very fast. So today I'm gonna go ahead and give you my honest opinion on it and talk a little bit of the actual Quai D'Orsay, the brand in particular. This brand was created in 1970 exclusively for the French market, and it was kind of like a handful of sizes made for the Quai D'Orsay. Now, recently we've been seeing a little bit more coming into market. Limited edition also has been popping recently. But today we're focusing on the 54, as you can see right here, right now. The stick itself, talking for as far as length, 5/3/8 of an inch. Dimension 54, thus comes number 54 obviously. And most Cubans you'll see they're actually named after, when they put numbers, is usually after the ring gauge. So without further ado, this is it. As you can see in front of you here, we also got the box. For those folks that loves to see the boxes, this is the box of Quai D'Orsay 54. As you can see, beautiful design for the box. I still have a few left to age. Why I say that? Because if we look at the date here, we notice it's June 2019. Relatively young, so I'm gonna age those and try this in about a couple of years and see how it goes. All right, so this is it. This is your Quai D'Orsay 54. I'm gonna cut, light, and smoke and share with you my opinion. Stay tuned. Folks saw me basically shaking the cigar a little bit like that. It helps the lighting, helps the wind, basically just circulating. You do also have, maybe if something like, you can do circular motions as well, but the most important thing is that we got it lit. And also it helps the draw if it's a bit tight by shaking it a little bit. There's some truth into that, so you might mind try that a little bit sometimes when you do. As far as draw, amazing, no problem whatsoever. So we're still at the beginning. We'll see how this develops. Right now, there's nothing that I can tell you right now. We're just gonna wait a little bit more. Once we get into the first term, we'll get more into the flavors. All right. All right, folks. First third. Keep in mind, relatively young cigar. Okay, we're talking about a year and a half, about, yeah. So a little bit of that ammonia, kind of like a small bitterness, it's there, but it's not bothering me at all. Okay, but first third, very light, very light as far as flavor, as far even the aroma. It's very light. All right, so what we're getting, we can feel hints of sweetness, hints of that wood burning type of cedar, probably I'd say wood. The pepper is very soft on the retrohale, also soft touch on your tongue. And believe it or not, even the texture of the smoke, it's actually a bit creamy. When you get that smoke in your mouth and you actually release it back, you feel this creamy texture. So very enjoyable, and I'm pretty sure this is aged for another 2 years, 3 years. It's going to be spectacular. It is right now, but it will be even better. So this is your first third. You can also look at the burn, look at the ash, texture, very thick. Just honestly, great vitola so far. Stay tuned. All right, folks, back with the second third. Spectacular. You know, I talked about some creaminess in the first third. You can bet on when you hit the second third, that level of creaminess just is a notch higher. Everything actually went a bit higher. We were into light flavors, now we're more into the medium flavors, so it's transitioning to be a bit more, which is great, because now you can get sense of this pepper a little bit more on your tongue. To the retrohale, it's pretty soft, but on your tongue you can feel that tingling. That cedar wood, it's still there, but it's just in the background. It gives you that wood effect. More into depths right now, you can also feel those hints of coffee. They're actually into the mix, adding to the mix right now. Not on the dominant side, but you can feel it. Those coffee notes are also starting to be more appearing right now towards the second third. So it's developing pretty well. It's very well balanced so far. There's some moment I thought it would, you know, the balance is a bit wasn't there, but now to the second third is a bit more balanced than I expected it. Just great. Even the burn, I had a little bit of canoeing, and I did touch it up a little bit. I don't like to wait a lot, and that's just a quick tip for people that they just started smoking. When you see your cigar starting to canoe a little bit, give it some help, right? Give it a little bit of help with your torch or whatever, just to make sure you make it equal. All right, so far great stick, nothing to say negative about it so far. So stay tuned, we're gonna finish up, and we'll give our final thoughts. All right, folks, ending this with the last third of our Quai D'orsay 54. Just spectacular, wonderful, one of the best, actually among the best, you could say, of vitolas and the Cuban lines of cigars. Again, like I said in the beginning, with a bit of more age, this will be even more spectacular. If we get back to our main flavors that we talked about, all of these flavors that I mentioned are pretty much consistent from the second third until the ending. The creaminess, it's still there. Those coffee notes are a bit more evident towards the end. The pepper toned up a bit, marred down. The wood, it's still there. You know, it's just being consistent, even a little bit. I had some issues a little bit of canoeing, which I touched up as I talked about, but other than that, it was just maintaining. It was perfectly burning. There was no issues whatsoever. Top of the line. I mean, this is the cigar that we say a value for your buck. You'll get it with the 54. It's not among those are the very expensive. Exclude Canada, obviously, because everything's expensive. Even a Jose Piedra is expensive, so you get my point. But other than that, great value for your buck for the Quai D'orsay 54. So this is it, folks. If you like, hit a like, subscribe, and keep it going. Hope you enjoyed it. We'll see you in our next episode.